Exodus chapter 10. And the Lord said to Moses, saying, Enter to Pharaoh, for I oppressed his heart and the heart of his attendants, that these signs should come next upon them, that you may describe them into the ears of your children and to the children of your children, as much as I mocked the Egyptians, and my signs which I did among them. And they will know that it is I, the Lord. And Moses and Aaron entered before Pharaoh and said to him, Thus says the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, Until when will you not shame me? Send out my people, that they may serve to me. But if you should not want to send out my people, behold, I will bring this in the hour tomorrow, much locust upon all your boundaries, and the appearance of the earth will be covered, and you will not be able to look down at the ground, and all the extra will be eaten up, the thing being left behind, which the hail left behind for you, and will be eaten up every tree germinating of yours upon the land. And I will fill your houses, and the houses of your attendants, and all the houses in all the land of the Egyptians, which at no time have your fathers seen, nor their forefathers, from which day they were upon the land until this day. And turning aside, he went forth from Pharaoh. And the attendants of Pharaoh say to him, For how long will this be to us an impediment? Send out the men, so that they may serve to the Lord their God. Or do you prefer to see that they destroy Egypt? And both Moses and Aaron returned to Pharaoh. And he said to them, Go, and serve to the Lord your God. But which and who are the ones going? And Moses says, With the young and the older we will go, with our sons and daughters and sheep and our oxen, for it is the holiday of the Lord our God. And he said to them, Let it be so. The Lord be with you, in so far as I send you. But should also your belongings? See, for wickedness lies near to you. Not so. Let the men go forth and serve to God, for this they seek after. And they cast them from the face of Pharaoh. And the Lord said to Moses, Stretch out your hand upon the land of Egypt, and let the locust ascend upon the land, and it will eat up all the pasturage of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail left behind. And Moses stretched out the rod into the heaven, and the Lord brought the south wind upon the land that entire day and entire night. In the morning came the south wind, lifting up the locust, and he led it upon all the land of Egypt, and it rested upon all the boundaries of Egypt, many exceedingly. Prior of them there were not such locusts, and after this there will not be so. And they covered the appearance of the land, and corrupted the land, and ate up all the pasturage of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which were left behind from the hail. There was not left a green thing, not one thing among the trees, even in all the pasturage of the plain in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh hastened to call Moses and Aaron, saying, I have sinned before the Lord your God, and against you. Favorably receive then my sin still now, and pray to the Lord your God, and remove from me this plague. And Moses went forth from Pharaoh, and made a vow to God. And the Lord turned a vehement wind from the sea, and it took up the locust, and cast it into the Red Sea. And there was not left behind one locust in all the land of Egypt. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not send out the sons of Israel. And the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out the hand into the heaven, and let darkness become upon the land of Egypt, a tangible darkness." And Moses stretched out the hand unto the heaven, and there was darkness, dimness, and a storm upon all the land of Egypt for 3 days. And not did anyone know his brother, and not did anyone rise up from out of his bed for 3 days. But to all the sons of Israel there was light in all places in which they occupied. And Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron, saying, "Proceed, serve to the Lord your God. Only the sheep and the oxen leave behind, but let your belongings run with you." And Moses said, "But also you shall give us means for whole burnt offerings and sacrifice offerings, which we will make to the Lord our God. And our cattle shall go with us, and we shall not leave behind a hoof, for of them we shall take to serve the Lord our God. But we know not how we shall serve the Lord our God until our arriving there." But the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not want to send them. And Pharaoh says, "Go forth from me. Take heed to yourself yet to add to see my face, for whatever day you should see me, you shall die." And Moses says, "As you have said, no longer shall I appear to you in person."